Good morning, buddy. Good morning, kitty. Fuzzy ball. Fuzzy ball. What are you doing? Good morning, fuzzy ball. Good morning. What are you doing? Good morning, buddy. What are you doing, buddy? Good morning. How are you today? Sit. You gonna be a good boy? Sit for us. Sit. Good boy. Shake it. Oh my goodness gracious. Give me both hands. That's both hands. Good boy. Happy day. It's gonna be a good day, buddy. Yes, sir. And a good day for Fuzzball. Yes, Fuzzball. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Stony Ridge Farm Channel. Cows and coffee, cheers. Grab your coffee. If you'd like a Stony Ridge coffee mug, please jump in and grab one. You can find them on stonyridgefarmer.com. Beautiful, gorgeous morning. It's about 60 degrees. It's chilly. Thank goodness we have a little bit of fall in the air today. Absolutely awesome. So today we're going to take care of the cows. You see the title to the video. Well, ask me how I know if you can run out of fuel in the cast loader. I ran out of fuel yesterday evening at dark with a scoop full of gravel in the bucket. So evidently the cast loader, and I got a video coming out about the cast loader pretty soon. It's a really cool little articulating loader. But evidently when the fuel light comes on the cast loader, you better go get fuel right away. You got enough fuel to get back to the barn. The sun is just peeking over the horizon here. You can see the light on the hay bales. We're going to run over. We're going to check on the cows. Guys, as you come in the door here, I know you're the super fans of the channel. If you're on Facebook, reach over, hit that share button right now. Reach over, bow, bow, bow. Hit that share button and be sure you're following. Hit the follow button. It's not a trick. It's not a gimmick. It just tells you when I'm going live. And if you'd like to subscribe to the Cows and Coffee live stream channel, I'm trying to stream live on YouTube and Facebook so that we can reach the most broad audience here and show you guys what it's like on this regenerative farm. It's chilly this morning. It's almost jacket weather. In fact, I am really tempted to go grab a flannel. We'll be okay. We'll suck it up today. But it is a little bit chilly. The older I get, the less body fat I have, which makes me colder. And this hat must have got wet or my head is getting bigger. The only thing on me that's getting bigger is my head and my belly. So the cows are just across the way here. I am not sure if we're going to move them today. We're going to make that decision together. We're going to take a look at the grasses. We're going to see what everything is looking like over there. I heard them mooing this morning just before sunrise. I was up. I've been on Facebook and YouTube answering questions and responding to comments. Some days I get over 1,000 comments and I try to get to everybody's comment. I read it. Trust me, I'm reading your comments. Looks beautiful. It's a beautiful morning. It is. Hopefully you guys had a good holiday weekend. I should have gone live yesterday, but I kind of took it easy. Some friends of mine had a dove hunt. It was the first day of dove season here in North Carolina. I did not have my migratory bird stamp, so I did not go hunting. I worked on the farm and ran out of fuel. Again, if you're just joining us, this is a Stony Ridge Farmer coffee mug. I ain't trying to sell you something, but it says Stony Ridge Farmer on there and support veteran farmers. If you want to support a veteran farmer, there it is. Go to stonyridgefarmer.com. You can pick up shirts. I work really hard to bring you some cool stuff over there. We've actually got jean jackets, Carhartt jackets, all sorts of stuff. So I don't care if you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, I'm not trying to be a salesman here, but it does help support the farm. That's what buys the hay. That's what mows the grass, and that's what brings you these videos that take 80 hours a week to produce. Cheers. But I love it too. A little housekeeping this morning. Somebody left me a comment about one of my songs on the channel, my Ain't Afraid to Work, Ain't Afraid to Play song. That is a whole song. I have the rest of the song written. I'm working on like a 3-song little album of just just country songs, just things that come to my mind. So stay tuned. That's coming soon. I'm working on that. So we got Mike, Susan, Dennis, Malvin, Brandon, Dan, Angie, Michael Blum in the house. Michael Blum was here first. Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you for being a channel member, Michael. I really appreciate it, brother. Done with the coffee. That's cup number 2. Off the caffeine. Well, I'm on half caffeine now. That is the mushroom coffee that I talked to you guys about. I can't say how much better it makes me feel. It just really, I really do feel so much better getting off that caffeine. And there's some studies out on lion's mane mushrooms that help to make you more sharper. See, it works. It helps make you sharper. It really does. Either that or it's a good placebo, but it's working for me. We got to get Buddy to go eat his breakfast, and let's see what he says. And we're going to turn the camera around. That's enough of my mug for the day. We're going to run out and we're going to go check on the cows, and then we'll have a little chit chat. So I've got the, this is the log ox. This is something I've helped design, and it's coming out of the box soon. I think we're going to do a live stream later today on the main channel and potentially here too. We're going to unbox this guy live. I am in the advisory board for this log splitter, and my good friend Austin runs this company called Log Ox. They're an American company, and they're embarking on a new journey. This is called the Timber Ox Summit. You will see this in a future video. This is not the final design. This is a brand new wood splitter design that I'm helping Log Ox with the design elements, so we get the best wood splitter we possibly can have. Now, Buddy, it's breakfast time. Come on, boy. It's breakfast time. Buddy's hips are doing, oh, they're okay. He's still a little sore. Good boy. Let's go eat breakfast. Let's go eat breakfast. Let's start the four-wheeler. I've already ridden the four-wheeler this morning. I've been up for a while. Got the skid steer out here, a little peanut. You hungry, buddy? Are you hungry? Come here, give me some love. Give me some love. Good boy. Yesterday, I brushed Buddy with a brand new dog brush. I'm going to actually do a review on this. I pulled almost a 5-gallon bucket of hair off of Buddy yesterday. He might freeze to death. You got plenty of food? Good boy. Eat your breakfast. Buddy lets himself in and out of the kennel. This is a fig tree right here, and our figs aren't quite ripe yet. We got figs all the way up there. Soon I will have some yard snacks. I like to come out in the morning, give Buddy his breakfast, and then get my breakfast. You guys, we're going off of Starlink. Hang tight. There we go. Sorry, got a rookie content creator here. We're gonna unplug our microphone and plug it back in real quick. Oop, there we go. You guys can hear me okay? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Michael, you're in charge. Whenever I leave, you're in charge, Michael. So this is George. George is the an F-150 that I bought from my buddy George. He was a maintenance guy at my local YMCA. It's a little crusty in here, but this is the perfect little farm truck. I do need to start it this morning. Let's see if it does start. Oh yeah. Need to let George run a little bit now and then. George has not, George's horn works good. George has not been tagged in a number of years. And George is what I'm going to be using to hook up to the Shade Mobile, which I plan to build very, very soon. So I'm going to put George in neutral real quick. And there's a special way that George's four-wheel drive works. And I can't remember Let's try that. My buddy George is a maintenance guy at the Y, like I said, or used to be the maintenance guy at the Y. And this is a 4-wheel drive truck, but it's got a special switch for the 4-wheel drive. George, if you're watching, man, I wish you would have fixed it right. So one day I'm going to figure out how the 4-wheel drive works. That's awesome. I will let this truck run for about a half hour today and probably put around the farm just a little bit. The cast loader is way over on the other side of the farm. I was moving some rock and dirt and materials, all sorts of stuff yesterday. I'm going to put that mowing deck on there pretty soon. That'll be a fun little video. You'll see that coming out probably next week. Spending about 9 hours on a video on that loader just to see if it's worth having on the farm. So good morning from Mississippi, Charlotte. Leslie said all clean. Nothing like a good crusty farm truck, right? Good morning from Riverton, Wyoming. Harold, good to have you, brother. All right. Airplanes are flying over. It's a pretty morning. These pretty mornings with low cloud cover get a lot of airplane traffic. I've got an airport pretty close by. All right, we're headed all the way down the driveway, all the way up through the pasture, up the hill, and to see the cows. And hopefully they haven't torn up the fence. I've got some fencing work to get done in the next couple of weeks. I got a couple buddies owe me favors, and we're going to get them out here and do some fencing. Morning, George. I was trying to figure out the 4-wheel drive in your truck. George is in here on Facebook. I don't think it's working now. I'm not too sure. George gave me a smoking deal on that truck, so I can't complain at all. I've just got to get in there and figure it out. He said he got hung up on a stump or a log or some mud or something on a hunting trip. Fixed it on the fly. And then never really fixed it right. All right. Gosh, what a beautiful morning. Look at that. George is also my house sitter when I leave town. I don't get to leave town very much, but I'm going to several shows. And if you guys want to catch me in West Virginia at the Homesteaders Conference, look up homesteadish.com. I'll be up there in 14 days. Oh, I mowed down here. I forgot I took my wire down, so it's all in the middle of the road. So if we decide to move the cows, this gate needs to be closed. I'm going to go ahead, pull the ATV in here, and close that gate, just in case we decide to move the moo-moos. As you can see, the grass is doing fantastic. Here we go. The cows haven't been in here since, well, my birthday's in July. Since the end of July, they haven't been in this section of pasture. This is where, when George was looking after the animals not too long ago, this is where the cows were. George, look at how much it's recovered. That's amazing, isn't it? Watching from Maine, Mike. Awesome, brother. When's Lobster Fest? It's coming up, isn't it? Has that already passed? Was that August? My dad said he always wanted to go to Lobster Fest. I think maybe next year I'll take him. 114 of you, 30 of you have hit the like button. Get on it, son. Get on it. Get on it. Good morning from Indiana. Chris, good to have you. I don't know if we lost YouTube or not. The YouTube Cows and Coffee YouTube channel doesn't get the views that we get here on Facebook. I don't know why, but much better than the drought. You darn right, buddy. You darn right. Okay. I see the cows are right up here by the fence in the shade. I don't know why they're in the shade, but I think we may have a new baby today. Marie, good morning, Marie. My friend's in Utah. Good, Michael. Thanks for answering that. I'm glad you're still here, buddy. So I saw a cow yesterday evening as I was working on the farm, kind of off to itself. That typically means that we're having a baby, potentially anyway. There's no way I can open this gate right now. And there's no way we're moving these cows. Hey guys, good morning. Let's just jump over in there, and if I open the gate, they're all coming through. Here we go. Good morning, moo-moos. We're going to latch the gate back, and we're going to take a little cow walk this morning. Guys, this is not your living room. You will see some flies on these cows. When I say cow, I don't mean bull or heifer or steer or any cow terminology lesson, just so you know. I mean cow. That is a cow. I get fussed at sometimes by people. That's not a cow, that's a bull. No, that's a cow. And that's little Stripe. Stripe is the cutest little thing. He was born, he's almost a month old now. And look who's coming up here. Hey, sweetheart. Good morning. I know you're curious and you want to be my friend. Eventually, you'll let me touch you. I'm sure of it. So Stripe was born unexpectedly. He's a little bull with a little white tail. Hey, buddy. Good morning. This is a testimony to regenerative farming if there ever was. Look at this grass, guys. It looks fantastic. We've got probably 2 more days of good grazing in here, maybe even more. 201 came over here pretty aggressively this morning. Hey, girl. See this stance that this cow has? This is a very defensive stance. You okay, girl? You seem quite upset. That's not a friendly stance. That's a protective stance. You kind of learn all this with your cows over time, and learn how they look at you, if their heads are down, what they're thinking, what they're doing. Got some youngins in here. I was thinking about taking cattle to the market this Friday, but I'm not going to do it. We're going to keep them over here, get them fattened up. We got to get our numbers down just a little bit for the winter time here. And that's Big Bud. Come on, Bud. I think that's Big Bud. I'm not sure. We got to find Big Bud and rub him on the head, though. 201, the first baby born in 2022. How are you? You're just a pretty girl. 15. This cow here, she's probably 12 years old, something like that. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We got to check on your grass and make sure you guys are happy and healthy. Everything's getting mowed appropriately. You guys are putting out that good butt fertilizer I like so much. Got some nice wet grass. And we're on a mission to find Big Bud. That's number 5. Call her Freedom. Freedom number 5. Guys, I'm gonna ask a funny question. I'm gonna see who's a fan of Trailer Park Boys. Have you heard of Freedom 35? That's where number 5 got her name, Freedom, from the movie or the show Trailer Park Boys. You guys watch that? It's not very family friendly. These 2 cows over here are kind of bonding with each other. What you guys doing? How are you? You give me the quick staring contest. George says from neutral and running, push the switch down. You should hear the transmission go to low 4. It doesn't do it anymore. Maybe next time you're up here, we'll play with it. It doesn't do it anymore. I don't know why. George, you ought to be up here fishing this morning. It is so pretty. So pretty. Hey, Moo Moo. Are you Sweetie's mama? I think you are Sweetie's mama. Yes, you are. Oh, you might be, sweetie. Yes. Good morning. What a good cow. What a good girl. You gonna let me pet you? You gonna let me rub your side? Cows are pretty standoffish, guys. You have a mouthful of food. Let me tell you, y'all, cows are eating machines. It's unbelievable how much these animals consume. Dennis says, very interesting show. Thank you. Funny and inappropriate. I'm researching now. Oh, you haven't seen Trailer Park Boys? You got to start from the very beginning and watch all the episodes. It is well, it's just a white trash show. That's all it is to it. It's about some guys in a Canadian trailer park that are constantly into some shenanigans. And at first you think they're complete idiots. And the longer you watch, the more you realize they are complete idiots. And they're constantly in trouble. They're in and out of jail. I think the first episode is them getting out of jail and doing donuts in their car. It's pretty funny. But it is not very clean. There is a lot of cussing. It is not Stony Ridge Farmer quality. Or Stony Ridge Farmer family quality. 204. So somebody was in the pasture yesterday. We're looking at you and your baby. Somebody was out here all alone yesterday. And I want to see if we've had a new baby. I don't know if we have or not. I think that's Cindy down there. And I haven't seen Big Bud yet this morning. So we got to find Big Bud. We're on a mission. The younger calves, like this little calf right here, they're a little more standoffish than the older ones. This is a testimony to full cows. When cows are full, that's what they do. This is what happens in the middle of the day and hopefully in the evening time. The cows are laying down, lounging, ruminating. That's the word for it, ruminating. Look how fat everybody is right now. This is Mona. Hey, Mona. We don't want to bother you and make you get up. She's a big old girl. Is that Bud laying down over there? Is that Bud? That's not Bud. I'm missing Bud. Guys, if you tuned in yesterday, you heard Tammy kick the turbo button in. I don't know if you've ever heard a donkey poot, but this cow just keeps coming up. But are you scared of me? I know you want to be friends so bad. Yeah. I won't hurt you. Tammy hit the turbo button yesterday and just let one loose for us. It was pretty funny. Hey, Bud. There's Big Bud. How you doing, big old buddy? Good morning, big old bud. Somebody has had their head in some poop. What happened? We're going to name you Shathid. What happened, buddy? He said, I am the most annoyed right now. I have the most flies of everybody on me. I must smell so good. You got a little froth on your mouth there, buddy. Sometimes that can be a digestive issue that we need to look into, but you all right, bud? You gonna let me rub on you? Or are you just gonna be a knucklehead this morning? You don't want to encourage butting behavior. That's what butting behavior is. When you put your hand right there, if you scratch them right here or get them on the ears, it's okay. You want to rub them on the side of the face if they'll let you, like right there. Yeah. But you don't want to encourage butting behavior because Bud can come and knock me over. That's a big animal. Bud probably weighs in at about 1,300 pounds. Let's go down here. Susie is a little standoffish this morning, and I don't really know why. Susie girl, let's see if Susie's showing signs that she had a calf. I think Susie was the first one to calf this year, or maybe the second. There is potential that she could have calved again. Good morning, Susie Sue. How are you? Good morning. So much smaller than Bud. Can you tell? Susie likes a good rub on her haunches right here. That's a good girl. Susie was not very friendly until she got stuck behind a fence, and I had to work with her. She would not cross the gravel road. And then after that, she became the kindest cow. See how she puts her head down, lets me rub on her? Yeah, good girl. You're a good cow. Good girl. Let's see what we got here back in the rear department. No signs of new baby. No signs of a new baby. We're talking about Susie not really gaining weight like she should. Susie's kind of thin back here in her backside. We want this to be a hump, a big old fat chunky hump. But she's got a baby on her, and the baby will tend to drink a lot of milk, which takes a lot of nutrient from Susie. We talked about Susie maybe needing to be wormed or dewormed. She'd be real easy to deworm. We just pour on a solution on her back, and I keep that. I don't worm all the cows, okay? We treat the sick. We don't treat the well here on the farm, and that's something that's super important that doesn't happen with the industrial raised beef here in our country. They medicate whether they need it or not. So, good morning, girl. Typically, the worms, if a cow gets a parasite load, it's from grazing the ground too tight and or having animals confined to a really tight area. You got to think about this. There's a reason we don't eat dinner in the bathroom, right? We don't eat dinner in the bathroom because you'll get sick eating in the bathroom, right? Same thing with cows. That's why we keep them moving. This is a little bonding behavior that most people don't see. Cows bond like this. I ruined the bonding behavior. I'm sorry, bud. Yeah? Tastes good? You coming over to lick on me? Here, go ahead. I need some bonding behavior too. Yep, there you go. I'm your friend. You guys have never been licked by a cow. You just haven't lived. You just haven't lived. Oh, bud, you're a good fella. You're a good fella. Bud is a steer, and I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of Bud. I don't know if I can. There's a little Stripe right there. Morning, girl. All the cows won't let me touch them, but as we spend a little more time with them, they will. Good morning, everybody. I want little Stripe to let me touch him, and I wish little Stripe was a female. Good stuff, guys. So if you're just now tuning in, thank you guys so much for joining me and seeing the farm. We're just doing a little pasture walk with the cows. We're not going to move them this morning. I did run out of fuel, but I got the tractor started. I ran out of fuel yesterday in the cast loader, but I got it started. Everything's good to go there. Everybody's doing great. Everybody's healthy. It's about 60 degrees here in North Carolina. We've got a little fall in the air. And I do ask you guys, please hit that follow button if you're ever on Facebook, and if you're on YouTube watching, click that share button. Both of you, all you guys, click that share button. Let's share what real farm life is about. There's that bonding we were talking about. So number 38 is bonding with that's Butthead. Is that Butthead? Hey, Butthead. What happened to your nose, Butthead? Got a little scab. You've been scratching on the fence again, haven't you? I've got to get a hot wire on the top of the fence to keep the cows off. They will tear the fence up. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? That's Donnie. I haven't pet Donnie yet. Donnie's a little bit... he might want to be rubbed, but I don't think so. I'm not going to risk it. So you can see the cows are kind of tearing the fence up just a little bit right here. They get on this fence and they scratch and rub, and they'll mash down on it like that right there. So we've got to put an electrified wire up here to keep them from doing that. You scratching? What are you scratching for? I know this face. I know your face, pretty girl. I know you. What you doing? Good morning, guys. This is Cindy, and Cindy is pregnant as she can be. Good morning, Cindy. Cindy's never let me get close to her. Now, how do you know if a cow's listening to you? Or listening to something they hear off to the side? You see this cow where her ears are pointed? She hears something in the bushes. And she's listening to me. She's pointing her ears at me. It's kind of interesting. Morning, Ziggy. Morning, Denise. Michael said I laughed so hard I almost peed myself. What happened, Michael? Mad Max in the house. Good to have you. William, Bruce, Simon. Oh, you're laughing about Tammy. Yeah, yesterday we had Tammy playing us some music. She hit the turbo button out in the middle of the pasture, and she had a Tammy poot. It was pretty funny. Good cow. Good girl. Guys, make no mistake, these are beef cattle. But there's no reason for any of our animals, any of our food to have to live a horrible life. These animals have the best life ever with one bad moment. I think we all should be that blessed. If we were all that blessed, and if all farms were like this, if all of our food in this country came from a place like this, how much better would our world be? I know it's a little heartbreaking to think about the fact that beef cows are beef cows, but this is just life on a small farm here in North Carolina. It's not a feedlot. They're not wading belly deep in manure. We're not giving them antibiotics. We're not giving them growth hormones. We're just giving them grass and freedom. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You notice as I came out here, everybody's just chilling. They've all started to lay down. That cow right there is laying down. It's a testimony to the kindness, being kind to your animals, and what it really does. Really is a testimony to that. Angus cattle are known for being flighty and slightly aggressive and a little bit tough to deal with. But these cows are awesome. They're just as friendly as they can be. Get out and spend some time with your animals. If you're a farmer or a rancher, or if you're thinking about it, just get out and spend some time with your animals. You don't have to force yourself on them. Let them come to you. You learn a lot about nature, and you learn a lot about animals and even human nature just being out here. I think having cows and spending time out here on the land and time outside has made me a better person. Maybe a better person dealing with people too. You know, why do we get so mad all the time? Why are we always angry about something? Why do we always have to share our opinions about everything in an angry, aggressive way? Why can't we just share our opinions and share a little love? This morning I had a gentleman tell me I'm not a real farmer, which is pretty sweet. I don't know what this is if it's not real farming, but let me ask this cow. Hey, what is this? If it's not real farming, I don't know what it is. Can you please clarify? I don't know. Maybe this is just a petting zoo. Bud, you want more love? It is a petting zoo. It's your virtual petting zoo. What are some important questions I should ask when going to view land? I know electricity, road frontage, flood zone are things for an example. Well, you really don't need to ask if it's in a flood zone. You can research that yourself. I don't know where you would go anywhere in the country that wouldn't have electricity available. Water. That's really what I can say. And make sure your land lays good. You see how these pastures lay? I mean, I like a good flat pasture, I guess, but they lay like that, okay? It's not goat land. It's not steep mountainside. Obviously, if it's a steep mountainside, you're going to get it a little bit cheaper. But really, water and proximity to services. You know, we're out here in the country, but we're still only 5 minutes to Lowe's and Walmart and places like that. So this pasture, let me show you this. This pasture that you see right here, 8 years ago, looked like that. So the more work, more sweat equity you're going to have to put into your land, the cheaper you can get it. But really, water is the most important thing, in my humble opinion. Water and getting a good price. Save your money right now. Try not to go into debt to buy your land if you can possibly do that. Look at these guys just chilling. I've never been able to walk up to a cow laying down and pet it. They're pretty vulnerable when they're laying down like this. Well, beautiful morning. I don't think the cows are not into moving today. They're not. Look at them. They are ruminating if there ever was a rumination. Awesome. Well, guys, it's a gorgeous day here in North Carolina. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to be getting some rain the next couple days, so I'm not sure if I'll be out here. Just judging off of what we've got here in the grass department, I'm going to say we probably have at least 2 or 3 more days in here before we'll have to move the cows to the next paddock. Maybe just 2. And we'll try and join you guys again tomorrow. I'm going to try and schedule these for 8 a.m. every morning so you guys know when the live streams will be. Does that sound good to you? Mad Max says you don't farm like every farmer. He probably follows all the old failed habits. I don't think. Yeah, very true. Very true. I tell you what, it's the testimony to regenerative farming here, guys. We will be spreading lime on the farm out here on the pastures. There's 85 acres of pasture. You guys being here really, really helps to pay for that kind of stuff. Just watching the channel, being channel members and stuff like that really, really helps, guys. It's going to cost $6,000 to lime the farm here in the next couple weeks. When I lime it, I'm bringing the pH of the soil up, and we should see incremental growth here in our pastures. Yeah. Leslie says 8 a.m. is good. Dennis says 8 a.m. is good. Or Denise, excuse me. I think Big Bud wants to say bye. You want to say bye, buddy? We want to say goodbye, Big Bud. Yeah? Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Well, guys, thank you all so much. Hit that like button. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time on the Stony Ridge Farm. It's a beautiful day. Got a lot of work to get done. These cool days, we're going to bust out the sawmill soon and get some sawmilling done. Take care. Have a great day, guys.